The last 3 games, I thought exactly what we needed to see where we are. Again, I thought we did some good things against NC State, but we weren't consistent throughout. I thought we did some good things against Iowa, shot the ball much better, but again, weren't consistent throughout. Wisconsin, we looked like we were dragging a little bit. We looked a little bit tired or sluggish, and it just showed. And what I'm going to explain to the team is the last 6 minutes. You see that we still have more to give, and that's really where I'm going to talk to them about the mental conditioning aspect of it, where we have to know next possession, next play, missed shot, made shot, turnover, great assist, whatever. We still have to play at a certain level to be in the upper echelon of the Big Ten. And these next couple days are going to be great for us. We got practice time. We need it. We definitely need it. It's going to be good to work on some execution things too. I thought there were some situational things we could have done a better job of, especially when they go on a run. They're making some shots. We're in a little bit of foul trouble. We really need to get a great possession. We got to limit those quick shots and just careless turnovers. I think if we can do that, we work on practice the next couple days, we're going to be that much better from this experience.
Statistically, at least, converting into paint has been an issue the last couple games. How do you address that in practice? And would you like to be getting to the line? You obviously would like to be getting to the line more, but how do you go about?
So we got to the line 25 times. We're obviously getting to the line much more than our opponent right now, so all good stats. I'd like to see us make some plays off 2 feet instead of just going off 1 foot. If we can make if we can get in there and jump stop a little bit more and slow ourselves down, then we'll make even better decisions. I'm not saying that they were poor decisions. I think we're getting to the basket. We're missing layups. And I thought before these 3 games, we were making those layups. Now we're missing them. So if we can jump stop a little bit more, go up strong, and if we don't like what we have, well, we got guys behind us. We got second cutters all around. I think we can make better decisions by staying grounded.
Coach, your team's been pretty streaky in games. How do you go about getting more consistent play throughout 40 minutes?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, consistent play. Foul trouble can't deter you from doing what the game plan has asked you to do or staying on task as far as winning that next possession, defending and rebounding, playing hard. We need, obviously, the bench. That is something with these 2 Big Ten games so early. If you look around, there hasn't been a lot of bench play or bench production, only a couple teams, I would say. So, you know, these practices are going to be critical for our young guys and guys coming off the bench. And then, obviously, GW is going to be a great test. They just beat Temple, a really good team. They played Princeton tonight. Princeton's really good. So we're going to have a great challenge. So we just got to keep working on that and keep getting them there. And I think then you get more consistency. Then you reduce Tony's minutes, like we talked about after the game. Then, you reduce Mike's minutes a little bit. I think everybody else is okay. Lamar's right around 30. Josh is right around 30. 32, 34, Shep's around the same. So that's where I expect those guys to be. But you can't play as hard as you want them to play for 40 minutes if they're playing 39, 38. That's just too many minutes to ask for.
Going off of that, I know you don't have so many bodies to work with, but in practice, I know you'll adjust obviously for injuries, but during these stretches where you have so many games packed into a short amount of time, do you address plans individually for certain guys? Like, take a certain set of this segment off or what you're doing in practice? Like Tony example, we talked about, he's obviously in phenomenal shape, but you played 39 minutes, we'll get you a little bit more rest today in practice, or is everyone just all go?
No. I'll take us back to NC State. We were a go, but I'm very smart with what I'm doing. We will sub Tony, the high volume guys, we'll sub them and make sure we get the other guys in to get some quality work. A little bit harder after Iowa, or even between NC State and Iowa, because you don't want to be too taxing. Because you got to travel, and those guys are going to play quality minutes again. So we didn't really go live that much. We went about 20 minutes, which isn't a great deal. But you go and you shoot well, and you had fresh legs, and you did some good things. Sunday, it was a walkthrough. We didn't go live, and maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we should have went live 20 minutes just to keep that fight and that fire and that energy. But again, it was good to have it at this time, a little trial and error. But we got to be smart with that.
Point production from the bench, how much of that is a concern rather than just wanting to see more out of that?
It's not so much a concern. I just don't want to drop off in intensity and in what we're trying to do. Jamari's been fantastic. He works so hard. The ball's going to fall from him, and he's got to shoot. Like I already told him, you got to shoot the ball. You're open, shoot the ball. You've been shooting beautifully, and he comes in every day and works on it. So he's earned the right to take those shots. So I think that's going to fall. Again, Nas has got to come in, defend and rebound, and do the little things that he can do. Get himself to the free throw line. He's got a great mid-range jumper. It's more about the other end for me, because they're going to be in there with Tony and Lamar. They're going to be in there with Mike. They're going to be in there with Shep. So you're going to have at least a couple starters in there with some reserve guys. Everybody knows their role. Be an all-star in your role and do your job. But it's the energy level, it's the juice, it's the fire that we really need off of our bench. I think Jamari's doing a great job of that right now.
Where are these guys mentally after a tough loss and also going through that grind of so many games and so many days that Rose had mentioned?
They're ready to get back to work. I think they're disappointed. We had a great opportunity, and we didn't seize it. And they understand that we have to do simple better. We have to take care of the details. I think offensively we can cut harder, screen harder, run harder, help each other out, be a little bit more selfless. Defensively, we can be in stances more. Although our defense is still one of the top 20 defenses in the country, it can be better. It can be better. I think we should get more deflections. We should contest a lot more shots. And it's funny. It's like Nate's golf game. You know, you're either getting off the tee well and you're not putting well, or you're putting well and you can't get off the tee. So we're defending, then we give up a rebound. We're not defending, and we get rebounds. So we got to get all on the same page. And I'd like to see 5 guys out there talking. There's just little things when you know your guys are engaged, when you feel the juice, the energy. I mean, I thought that student section the other night had to be the best that we've had in the time that I've been here. They were energetic, they were loud, they were fired up. I could hear them throughout the game. And that should help us. That should help us. And we need that help. So please keep coming out.
How much of that's tied to just the nature of 18, 19, 20-year-olds versus the mental toughness that keeps kind of coming up in our conversation?
Yeah, you're right. They're 18, 19, and 20 years old.
So it's more that.
It's a little bit of everything, right? The way they condition their bodies throughout the summer and throughout the preseason, if we can condition our minds very similar, then we're going to be able to win some games here and really compete in the Big Ten, because that's the goal. The goal is to move on up in the Big Ten. And if we can treat it physically like we do physically, the same way mentally, I think we break through. We break through some barriers. We just talked about Mike. He's breaking through. He's breaking through. I think Tony's been really consistent, so I can't say that he hasn't broken through. You know, he had one difficult game in his first 10 games here. That's pretty good for a kid who's 19, 20 years old.
Is there anything specific that you do or unique that you do, or is it just kind of getting in the gym and practicing?
It's a lot of different things. It could be film, it could be walkthrough, it could be getting extra shots. It could be, we just did an exhausting drill. Now we're going to do a 5-on-0 segment and we're going to keep score. All right, now they got to think. And they got to do just a little bit more each time. It could be free throws. You know, it could be that type of situation. I'm always trying to challenge them and push their buttons a little bit to get more out of them, to see where we can get this team. And after this 10 game, you know, we see where we need to go now. I think it was a great litmus test for us.